Hi everyone, I got a Road King 2003 here anniversary model with a cruise control on it, and I got problems with the cruise control roll-off switch, or probably a lot of other people have that as well. And I also know that it's about $107 for another quick fix and change the cables and everything else with the switch on it, but I might have an alternative way of changing it, since it's a dielectricum inside the switch itself that actually short circuits, and that's why you cannot engage the cruise control. However, and it can be kind of, let's say, annoying when you're out driving and it takes forever to go ahead and get this engaged. However, the machine that we're talking about is right here in front of me, and we'll have to have a look at it in a second. Here's the 2003 anniversary model, updated with a lot of stuff, and this is the one I cannot engage, or I can sometimes engage, and then it disengages as well whenever you drive, and it's kind of annoying, and you get this kind of uncontinuous kind of forward force and motion that actually triggers once in a while. The roll-off switch on the cruise control system is actually located right here. I've disconnected already, as you can see, and in this respect I have also just taken this apart, but I put in my small multimeter that is there. I'll just turn it back on again so we can get it to roll and see how it works. And here we go. Now, right now you can see it's short-circuited. It actually comes up with the green light and also with a tone on it. So here it is, and as you can see, the switch, which is a roll-off switch located there, is actually short-circuited even now, and even though it is actually standing here in completely off situation. And I cannot, even though if I go ahead and take off and turn the switch, it's still going to indicate that it's actually off. What it should have done, if you have a look here, if I separate these two, it stops. And now it actually works correctly. And now it will be able to engage the cruise control. But if I go ahead and turn this off as a roll-off, it's gonna go and probably short circuit. That's the way it's supposed to work. It will not work like this continuously. We'll see in a second. There you go. Now it actually is completely short-circuited, and now I'm unable to go ahead and engage it. It's a mess, and I know it's not fun, but it's actually inside these two contact plates that's actually located right here. And if you can keep them separated a bit, you might actually go ahead and get a little more use out of your cruise control. So how do we do that? Well, let me show you. After trying to do several things to get this separated, I realized that tie wraps are probably the cheapest way to do this, and here is one. If you put that in between right here and just bend the two contact points a little bit away from each other and tighten up this a little bit, you'll have to go ahead and use a little bit more force when you want to use the roll-off switch when you have the cruise control engaged. And then from there, it should be working just as it did before. And it might give you another couple of hundred miles, maybe some more than that even. I don't know how long time it's gonna take, but you can always go modify it. But that should be enough to go ahead and actually work for a while, and you'll have more joy and use out of your cruise control. I'll show you in a second how to do that. So here's the tie wrap installed in between. And as you can see, it looks very much like it's keeping these two contact points separated. It's not actually doing any contacts in between anymore, and you can also hear this is completely silent at the moment. The minute I go ahead and turn this as a roll-off motion, you can hear it, it works immediately. And you can also see here that it actually is moving slightly. There you go. And you can also see here that the contactor now works exactly as it's supposed to be. And now it's just a matter of making sure to check the fuse on your system, and your roll-off switch will now be working for the next many miles. How long? We'll see, but I'm sure it's going to work for a while, and it's definitely a lot cheaper than putting in a new cable. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can always click, share, and subscribe. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there who like to see this working on their own bike, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Thank you very much. The fuse I mentioned earlier is located over here on the left-hand side. The cruise control itself is sitting up here as well, and it is this one here. In my case, I have one here that is blown. Let's see if I can get it out. It's going to take a it looks like this. Now I also know the reason why it's blown, because I had a short circuit in the contactor as well towards the ground, and that's basically where it comes. And that also involves you not to have any stoplights on the bike. So in this case, make sure you check your fuse and change it if necessary. In this case, you can also see on the side where it's actually located, it's actually only the cruise brakes. That's the 15 amp fuse you have right there. So just check that one before you're done, and then you can go for the check ride. So here's the final project. The only thing I need to do now is actually taking this, slide it down and cover it over there, and then also put the two contactors back on again, and it will work. So basically everything's set on automatically, and I'll just test it final time. There we go, and it works perfect. As you can see, no problem at all, and hopefully that's gonna be fine. Ride safe out there, and I'll see if I can get another video on some other stuff that can be easier to do for you at another time. Thanks. So here's the fix more or less set up and almost finished. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead and get these things away. I put it pointing downwards as well. Reason being is basically because the water, if whenever you wash it or whatever, is not going to be so susceptible to the environment, and it'll be working quite nicely after that. So let's go out and see how it works, and hopefully it's working absolutely with no problems. So here we are trying the new roll-off cruise control switch, if it works, and I think it does. Let's have a look. So here we are out trying it again, and to check the fix is going, we need to get about 30 miles an hour, and then we should be able to go ahead and engage the cruise control. Here we go, engaging, kicks in absolutely perfect, acceleration and deceleration, perfect, roll off, perfect, engaging, here we go again. Enjoy it, ride safe out there, and enjoy your ride.